Welcome to the free training. So if you are new to me, my name is Krista Tyus and I'm an enrolled agent by the Internal Revenue Service, and I teach tax professionals, bookkeepers, accountants, CPAs how to get more clients and grow multi-six-figure businesses. So in today's training, I want to show you how you can increase your current client fees. So if you already have a current client base of tax clients, I want to actually walk you through the steps that I utilize to actually increase my fees and how you can do the same as well. Now, this is a complimentary free training from my program, Tax Business Accelerator. So in this program, the goal is to help you attract and acquire 100 new tax clients in 2019 utilizing Facebook and LinkedIn. Now, we teach both paid and organic marketing methods that are highly leveraged and provide massive return on investment. And so if you want to learn more about how to join Tax Business Accelerator, if you want to really increase your tax clientele in 2019, this is definitely the program for you. So we show you how to advertise effectively, we show you how to build out a virtual tax practice, and we really show you how to be profitable with your marketing efforts. So we're not going to recommend any flyers or any direct mail or anything like that. This is highly leveraged and highly predictable, really, client acquisition. So I'm going to put the link below. You can sign up for the program and learn more information about it. And other than that, guys, enjoy the free training. Welcome, guys, to increasing current client fees. So this is one of my favorite modules to talk about because I speak to so many tax preparers and they really tell me that they are unhappy about the fees that they're charging or the fees that they only feel that they can charge. And so I really want to take this time out to show you how you can increase your current client fees with your clients in a way that feels good to you and your client. So here's what we're going to cover: why it's important to increase fees over time, how to increase fees in ways I found to be useful from experience, and how increasing fees, especially if you are undervaluing your services, can make the difference from a profitable firm to one that can't even keep the lights on. So guys, really your fees is really going to set the foundation for your business. If you are not charging an appropriate amount, you're going to be really hard pressed to pay the bills, to keep the lights on, to even afford maybe your storefront that you have, or even to just live a comfortable lifestyle, you know. And so you aren't doing your clients a service if you're not charging them an adequate amount and you go out of business, you know. So you have to charge your worth, you have to charge your value, and I want to show you how to do that in today's video. So why increase client fees? Well, most service providers, when they first get into business, they have imposter syndrome. Okay, guys, and I've been there. You know, when you first get into business, you think that because you aren't the most experienced that you can't charge X amount of dollars. You know, you're like, I haven't been in business that long, I'm not that experienced. Or what I really hear from a lot of you is, my competitors are only charging $75 or $100. Okay, and so this actually hurts your chances of being successful and growing a viable business. So this one thing, really, your fees can mean the difference between a business that's thriving or a business that's closing its doors. So we have to get this part right. And I get the imposter syndrome, guys. Like I said, I've been there. You know, you really just feel like, you know, who am I to charge that amount when they can just prepare their taxes themselves, you know, on TurboTax or something like that. So I really want to help you eliminate that imposter syndrome and really not even think about the competitors that are charging such a low fee. So how to increase your fees? Well, the first thing to tackle is, if you are charging below whatever the big brand in your area is charging, you need to increase your fees. So for example, in your area, if H&R Block is charging $375 for an exact type of return, but you are only charging $100, this is the quickest way to go out of business, guys. Trust me, I almost was there. So when you don't charge at least industry standard, you are simply just doing yourself a disservice. Okay, so right now, if you are only charging $100 and you know that H&R Block is charging $375, $400 for a similar return, okay, we're talking about a similar return, you guys, you can't do that. You cannot do that. You have to be charging at least industry standards, okay, if not more. So let's give you an example on how this hurts your bottom line. So let's just say H&R Block charges $375 for a specific type of return, okay? And they have 100 people come in who have that very specific type of return, you know, the same forms and what have you. Now on 100 clients, they're going to make $37,500, okay? Now let's just say you are the tax preparer, and because you have imposter syndrome, because you feel like you aren't worthy to charge, because you're doing it out of your home or whatever other thing that you feel is limiting for you, let's just say you only charge that exact same client $250. So on 100 clients, you make $25,000. Now you are losing. You just gave H&R Block $12,500. Okay. What could you have done with $12,500? What would an additional $12,500 have done for you and your family? So when you price below industry standards, so when you price below the big brands, you aren't doing yourself a favor, guys. You aren't doing your clients a favor. You know, you need to make money to have a thriving business, to even help your clients. You know, they're only saving, $75. That's not helping them. You being in business, you actually having a thriving business, that's what's helping them. You actually giving good advice, good value. That's what's helping them. So you need to charge at least industry standard or premium, okay? Now, let's just say you aren't even at $250 with your tax preparation fees. Let's say you are only charging $100. So on 100 clients, you're only making $10,000, okay? So H&R Block on 100 clients with that same client makes $37,500, and you only make $10,000, okay? So you just lost $27,000. What could you have done with $27,000? How could that have benefited you and your family and your business? How could you provide better, just be around longer so you can actually provide good service to your clients? So again, guys, you're just leaving money on the table for no reason. I get that you have imposter syndrome. I get that you feel the competition is only charging this, so you only can therefore charge this. What I really want you to hear is that it doesn't matter what your competition is charging, and it doesn't matter, how long you've been in business or how new you are to the industry. You need to be charging comparable prices to the big brands, if not more. If you want to stay in business, this is non-negotiable, okay? So let's talk about actually increasing your tax preparation fees. A lot of you are like, well, how do I have this conversation? How do I go from charging $100 to a client to charging $375 to my client? So the first thing that I want to tell you is to just do it. Okay, I know that sounds crazy, but you just really have to do it. You have to make up in your mind that you are going to charge more, and then do it. So when you go over their tax return or their state refund amount, when you go over their tax return, you want to state the refund amount after your fee is accounted for, or tax savings. Then you want to state your price. So for instance, if the refund amount is $3,275 and you used to charge them $100, or you charged them that last season, now you're charging $375. Here's a simple script to use. You would say, Mr. Gonzalez, we worked really hard to maximize your refund this year. As you can see, we were able to save you $6,900. And you're going to point to a worksheet that I'm going to give you in this training video. And it's called the tax quantifiable letter. And so you would say, as a result, you are getting back $2,900. Our fee of $375 is automatically accounted for, so you will see the full $2,900 in your account in about 7 to 14 business days. What questions do you have? Now, what you're doing here, you're doing two things here. One, the refund amount was $3,275. And your fee is $375. But when you actually communicate the refund amount to the client, you're letting them know that what they're going to get back is $2,900, okay? And that your $375 was already accounted for, okay, which it was. but you're not telling them the $32.75. You're just telling them what the refund amount after your tax fee is accounted for, which is $2,900, and that's really their bottom line. That's what they're going to get. So I found that when you say it that way, they don't feel like they're losing out, because they never heard this amount to begin with. You know, they never heard that they were getting $3,275. They only heard the $2,900. Now, let's be clear, you're going to go over that amount with them. You're going to, you know, when you're going over their tax preparation work with them, you're going to let them know their refund amount. But when you first state this, you're just simply going to state what they're going to get first, okay? And that your fee was already accounted for. Now, the second thing that you're going to do is actually juxtapose the $6,900 to your $375. So you really want to quantify how much money you were able to save them with certain tax reduction strategies. And I have a letter that you're going to be able to download and utilize for every single last client that you're going to have this price increase on. So this letter is actually going to help you quantify the tax savings. And really, guys, you should probably use it for every last one of your clients, just so they can actually see how much money they are actually saving by going to you, the tax professional. Okay, so you're just really putting out these numbers, and how you are framing these numbers will make a big difference on how they feel about how much you're charging them. Okay, now you will get some objections. So there will be some people that will say, well, you only charged me $100 last year, why is the fee going up? And so you would simply say, I understand, Mr. Gonzalez, we are the best in the industry now, and we work really hard to make sure our clients get the maximized refund or pay the least amount of taxes. Your refund of $2,900 will be deposited into your account in about 7 to 14 days. Now, right here I have silence. You just want to be quiet. You don't want to say anything else after that. You want to put the onus back on them, whether or not they want to challenge you again or go with the flow. Okay, so it's really important that you stay confident, that you stay calm, collect, and you really hold your ground when you state this. Now, some people might say, oh, you need to say that the cost of living has went up, that, you know, our software costs have gone up. While those are very legitimate reasons on why you need to increase your fees, you really don't want to frame it that way to the client right off the bat, because they're going to think, well, you're passing your cost on to me, which is the case for majority of the businesses. You are in business to make a profit, but you don't want to position it like that to the consumer. You want to position it that, well, my fee went up because I'm the best, and then you want to be quiet. Like, my fee went up because I saved you the most amount of money, and I'm the most knowledgeable in this area about tax law, and you want to be quiet. Now, after you explain yourself, you don't need to say anything further. The client will either say, okay, or give you another objection. Now, if they keep pushing it, you know, you can compromise. So if they keep pushing it, you know, like, oh, you know, they're just having a hard time, okay? You'll say, okay, Mr. Gonzalez, because I want to make you happy, okay, how about we compromise? You know, you're getting great service. I'm the best in the industry, but what I'll do for you, because I care about you and I care about our relationship, I'll give you a discount of $75, okay? So instead of charging you the $375, it'll only be $300, and I'll lock that rate in for you for the next 2 tax seasons. How does that sound? And you can compromise that way. But the majority of clients, guys, from my experience with actually doing this with my own clientele, when you frame it like I'm teaching you right here in this script, they don't even flinch, you know, because they don't even, this $32.75 isn't what their heart is set on. Their heart is set on this $2,900. So they don't flinch if you actually frame it the way that I'm teaching you in this training video. Now let's talk about cushioning the blow, okay? Now, it's important to be getting new clients, which is why this program is focused on that. Now, throughout all of this program, I'm showing you, you know, several different strategies to get clients, to attract and acquire 100 plus new tax clients in 2019. Now, the reason why this is important is because as you are increasing your fees with your existing clients, the fact is you will lose some, okay? You're going to lose some clients. It's just the cost of doing business. Every business loses clients, but the majority of them will understand. So let the old leave and, deploy the new marketing strategies that I'm teaching you in this program, and you're going to bring new clients in and charge them the right price from the go. Now you can also say things like, like I said before, increase software, continuing education, the cost of living to substantiate your price increase, but only after, they're really arguing with you, but you don't want to go straight to those reasons why. Okay, you just want to position it like you're the best, you gave them the best work, they got the best result, and they pay for the best. Okay, but at the end of the day, guys, your services are value, and you must be paid as such, or else you won't have a business. So it's crucial that you get these strategies down packed that I'm giving you. Honestly, guys, this is the exact same strategy on how I was able to go from charging, a $75 tax return to charging that same person $475, and they didn't flinch. Okay, it's because I framed it in a way that made sense to them. I framed it in a way that was of benefit to them, and I quantified how much I was saving them and actually how much they were getting first after my fee was accounted for. Now let's talk about pricing premium. Okay, now if you are already charging $400 to $600 for tax preparation, but you'll like to charge more, let's go ahead and discuss that right now. So you can charge $1,000 to $2,800 for business tax returns. And actually, let's try to shoot for $1,000 as a minimum for corporations. If you have a schedule, if you have an S Corp or a corporation or a partnership, you should be charging minimum $1,000 for that tax return. Okay. Now for Schedule C, you should be shooting for a minimum of $600 for Schedule C. Okay. So pricing premium really is all a mental game, guys. It's all on how you look at your services and your worth. So let's try breaking down some limiting beliefs right now. So one, your increased skill set. Are you really increasing your skills? Did you take your continuing education classes for tax law? Do you know all of the tax law updates? Have you been studying tax law? Have you been increasing your knowledge on certain tax reduction strategies that your consumers can take advantage of? When you increase your skill set, you automatically blow through any limiting beliefs because you put in the time, work, and effort to do so. Now, if you're just doing taxes on TurboTax and you have no idea what the new tax law changes were for the upcoming season, you have no idea, how to even go by even searching for tax reduction strategies, then yeah, you're not going to be able to charge over $100 or $75. You have to look at tax preparation as a bona fide professional industry, just as you would a doctor or a lawyer. You want to know the tax law. You want to know the best strategies. And when you increase your skill set, you are automatically giving yourself permission to charge more. Now, assessing the client's current situation and goals. Are you really identifying where your current clients are in their life? How did 2018 go for them? What were some of the things that were challenges or setbacks or struggles for them? And really listen to them and understand, and really try to figure out, is there any referral partners that you can send them to? Any resources that you can provide them? Heck, any books that you might be able to recommend that can help them, okay? And then third, you always want to be looking for how can you help your clients make or save more money with tax reduction strategies or consulting. So as you're listening to where they are, you also want to know, well, where do they want to go in life? What are their goals for 2019? How much money do they want to make? Are they having a job transition? Are they unemployed? Are they looking for a job? You always want to be in the mind frame of giving value. Like I said, it can be as something as, recommending a certain book or recommending another service provider that can help them, solve a problem that they're going through. But you as a professional, you want to bring to the table more than just data entry of a W-2. You want to actually see, how can I help this person reach a goal of theirs? And the only way that you're going to be able to help them is actually by asking the questions and identifying where they are in their life. Now, fourth, you want to leverage software to maximize your service delivery. So you should be investing in certain software that's actually going to help you maximize that service delivery. And the great thing about really utilizing software to maximize your service delivery is because you will be able to generate these very beautiful high-end reporting features. So your brand message will just be so much more powerful because you aren't just printing off these, run of the mill, just tax forms. You're actually compiling data and statistics and year over year analysis that you're going to be able to hand over to your client that looks very beautifully done, professional, and it really is going to speak volumes on the perception of your brand. So throughout this training program, I'm going to show you some of the systems and software that I utilize that actually enhances my brand image and also creates and generates these beautiful forms that I'm going to be able to hand to my client. Now, all of this will increase your self-worth around the ability to demonstrate your value. When you invest in yourself, you increase your skill level, you keep current with the tax laws, you actually invest in programs such as the one that I'm giving you. This is power. This is, I'm instilling confidence and clarity around how to price higher. Without this program, a lot of my clients thank me because they're like, I had no idea how to even go up in price or how I was even going to position the price to my clients. And so it's really important to increase your skill set, not just with tax law knowledge, but also communication with your clients, client delivery, client work process, client workflow, and really optimizing the operations of your tax business. I'm going to go over a bunch of different strategies that you're going to be able to utilize that's actually going to grow your business. We touch on a ton of marketing in this program, but we also touch on operations, really how to build out that virtual office. Okay, so all of this is just going to be increasing your value. It's going to be increasing your brand image. Now, last thing I want to say is that you want to quantify everything. So if you populated a deduction, a credit, or if you utilize a certain tax strategy that allowed your client to save money, I want you to write that number down. For instance, a client initially owed $3,500 after you inputted their W-2 and their basic information. Okay, now you populated Schedule A and you included all of their itemized deductions. You asked the client probing questions to ensure that you were claiming as much itemized deductions as possible. So you asked them about medical expenses and any sales tax and any registration fees. You asking all of these probing questions because you know that with each number they could potentially have a tax savings associated with that. Now, after inputting Schedule A deductions, the client's tax liability went down from owing $3,500 to now only owing $2,800. So they realized an instant tax savings of $700. Make a note of that. You want to make a note as you are preparing the client's tax return on how much their refund is increasing based upon populating certain schedules or certain credits or deductions. Now, oftentimes as preparers, guys, I know I get it, we're moving fast, we just want to do the taxes, get them out there, and because we are experienced, we move with speed. But it's important for you to make a note of the tax savings as you move along. Okay, so and here's what I'm going to include under this video download for you. So I created this. This is my unique way on how I quantify and communicate value to my clients. So it has the date, the client's name, and then it says 2018 tax savings results. And it has, Dear Henry, it has been a pleasure serving you and preparing your 2018 tax return. Here are the tax savings we were able to get you this year. So itemized deduction savings, $780. EIT maximized refund, they maximize your refund by EITC of $2,800. Schedule E supplement income savings, they saved $2,900 based upon their expenses and depreciation with Schedule E. So total savings that contributed to your maximized refund was $6,480. We worked really hard to apply our expertise of tax law to ensure you got the biggest refund or paid the lowest in taxes as legally possible. We look forward to serving you next year and would appreciate any referrals you send our way. All the best. And you can sign that. So I give this to all of my clients, and it's a great way. This is the way. No one else is teaching this because no one else is doing this in the tax industry. So you guys are really, just you're lightning years ahead of your competition, because your competition is not going to do this because they aren't in this program. Okay, they haven't invested in themselves. So utilize this, download this, print this out, and go over this with each and every client so they can realize how much they saved, how much more they gained by you being the tax professional. This is how you're going to set yourself apart. You have to start quantifying how much money you're actually getting these people. They don't know. They just assume that they are just entitled to this amount of money. But oftentimes, certain tax strategies that they wouldn't have been able to get on their own. So you need to make sure that you're utilizing this. It's a very simple but very powerful form. And this is also great when you're having that tax increase conversation, that tax prep fee increase. So you want to be pointing to this. Like, listen, this is how much you saved just within the past 1 hour of me preparing your taxes if they're in your office, or if you're sending this via email or your secure client portal. You want to make sure that you are quantifying how much that they're saving by working with you. You're going to stand lightning years apart from your competition because no other tax preparer in the market is doing this. Okay, so to wrap things up, what I want you to do is to finally make a decision. Make a decision today that you will be priced at or above industry standard, and commit to it. Look at your current fees now. If you are not priced at least in alignment with the big brands, make a commitment to do that, guys. It's going to make a world of difference in your business, and you will thank me later because you're going to be able to actually stay in business. You're not doing your clients a service. You're actually doing them a disservice if you don't charge an adequate amount, because you won't be able to sustain your business, and you won't be able to even have a business to service the client. So go ahead, make a decision today. I want to see all of your fees increased, and I want you to post in the Facebook Mastermind community that we have how much you're going to make, how much you're going to increase your fees by. Okay. All right, guys, that's it for today's training, and I'll see you in the next one.